As you mentioned a little earlier, you have diversified into rice farming. How do you plan to compete with the importers?
In every other country in the world, agriculture is heavily supported, if still in the United States of America, subsidized, because you feed your people first, food, shelter, you know. Let's get it right. That's where we miss it, that today we import palm oil, we import everything. We can only compete with the importers if government support truly have agricultural policy.
You once acknowledged that entrepreneurs may have strong vision and drive, but generally they do not always have hands-on business management skills or general economic knowledge to fully grasp the broader policy issues that may affect their business operations. How does one overcome this kind of handicap?
Being an entrepreneur and developing a new business is like a journey of a voyage. You knew the destination, but all the route to get you there is not something that is crystal clear to you. So when you get at a certain level, and that's really where you can say truly whether you are an entrepreneur, you know this is where my limit is. You look for experts, people who have also gone to school, who are trained, who understand the broader policies that affect business, to come in as a company and help you to organize yourself. I started my business, do some basic elementary things my boss taught me, but being structured in a formal way where whether it is the bankers or international players who take you serious to do business with you, we don't have it. And that's a big pitfall. So many entrepreneurs, typical traders who could have a drive to start up business, getting to a point they believe what they have in the pocket is greater than what you have in your head. No. It has always been the case that what you have in your head is greater than what you have in your pocket. And when you get to that point, if you are not willing to make that curve, that is very important. A good mason is not known laying a wall. It's when it comes to turning the corner. If he can make that corner successfully, we'll say he's a good mason. For you to be a true entrepreneur is to get to a point where you'll be honest to yourself to say, I hit my limit. Now I need some experts to come in here to help me take this business to another level. That's truly where your entrepreneurial skill come to play. Before then, it's a one-man show, and you limit yourself. You have houses in Ajegule, have a warehouse under a four-decking building, buy a Mercedes car, live in a porch house. But that's the limit of where you will go. You won't build business that can translate a generation to another generation.
Once you identify the expertise that is needed to drive your business forward, and you identify the people who can work with you, how can one strike a balance between giving employees the freedom to operate and keeping an eye on what one has built and nurtured?
After the first set of apprentice boys, I settled them. I started hiring workers to work for me, where people can build a career, have a clear vision that what I want to do is to build an institution that will be timeless in its relevance and value. And then I didn't have all the capital to go for the best of the best. So I took some people at the same low scale of like myself, just get you no interview, you are an accountant, you are a secretary and things like that. But when we now need to make a certain turn, another quantum loop to take us to where we want to go, those people begin to say, where are these people you are bringing? What do they know? We made all the money. These guys are here speaking grammar to, what do they contribute to the company? We've built the organization. But I had men who see me as a one-man champion. Everybody hang on my coat. Yes, Bishop, that's the way it should be done. But they are not creative. There's no initiative. They've done the things I tell them to do every day, done it very well. But if I stopped at that level, you will not see the Cosharis, the institution that you see today. So when we start hiring experts from bankers, it was really a challenging for me, because it was like there are a parallel group within my company. The people up there feel we can't bring ourselves down to this level of the people. And these people feel that all these guys just drink tea and speak grammar. What do they contribute? We build the company.
And they just came.
And they just came. So I have a responsibility to provide a landing place for these guys because they brought core competence that will help us structure the business. These guys want authority to do what they know best to do. But here you are as an entrepreneur. There's a fire burning inside within you. Striking a balance is to see how can I transmit this fire that burns within me to these hired people who want commensurate authority to do what they know best to do, because they need to share in my vision. And what was my vision? To build an institution, to create an organization that will live after Cosmas and Maduka or beyond that, where anybody can be the best that he would like to be. Create an enabling environment. Forget about optimistic thinking of where you come from, but let people find that we are looking for the best brain and that they can contribute to the noble goal and objectivity that we set for ourselves. Successfully sharing this view and getting them to buy into it was what made the magic. And today, this institution runs with or without me. When I tell people that in the last 20 years I don't sign check in Cosharis, it sounds foreign to them. But we have over 10 signatories to our account. This institution is running purely in autopilot, and that's what I set out to do from day one.
You must have learned some street wisdom from your upbringing, from your time as an apprentice. What did you learn that you couldn't have learned in a business school?
A whole lot of things, without being, disrespectful to those who went to school. Sometimes we sat back and asked ourselves, you can have intellectual conception about things, but it's a different thing when you practicalize it, okay? Being in many times, when you ask young people today that want to do business, what do they think they require to do business? All they tell you is about capital, okay? But the real secret is that if you don't have knowledge about what you are going to do, you lose the capital to gain the knowledge. And in the business world, they say you learn in a hard way. So knowledge is everything, most important. Working for my uncle for 7 years was the best university anybody can go in life, any business school. It's, when we talk about economics, a lot of people thought that economics is something you must go to university to learn. It's common sense, opportunity cost, what you left against other, what you consider priority. The first thing I learned is the ability to manage money and save money. Working for my uncle, people will ask me to go and buy food for them, and I buy food, they ate some and left some for me to eat. The 9 pence my uncle gave me are all get into my saving box, all of them. Nothing will go out. Then if it's not enough, just 3 pence bolly will do the job. 6 pence is got into my savings account. Now, I learned from my boss that I must be accountable. Something many people today that say they start business, but they really pay no attention to. Deep hand inside your capital and be spending money. No. So one of my basic knowledge is that never spend any money that you have not earned, because the dynamics of business is capital. The mechanics is the knowledge and the offices you have that are beautiful. Mechanics without dynamics is no good. When you have a knowledge, you have a beautiful office, and you have a capital and put on top of it, people can see action. Your knowledge can be measured and people can see what it is. But if you have those mechanics without dynamics, it's not going to profit you anything. So the money is the engine of business. How to manage it and how to deploy it is a key.
We have to take another break now. Please join us again.